Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Detachment BHAGAVATAM महापुराण की अनंत गुरु वैष्णव भक्त वृंद की गौर प्रेमानंदे ओम glories to the Son of the ओम glories to the Son of the ओम glories to the Son of the जय श्री गुरु गोविंद जय श्री प्रभुपाद की ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जगद्दीपयेत् नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवतीतमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्ठिकी तं स्वानुभावमखिलं श्रुतिसारमेकमध्यात्मदीपमतितीर्षतं तमोऽन्धं संसारिणं करुणयाः पुराणगुह्यं तं व्याससूनुपयामि गुरुं मुनिनं मुखं कौटिवाचालं भगुं लङ्घयते गिरिं तत्कृपतमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दिनतारिणीम् अजानुलम्बितभुजौ कनकावदातौ संकीर्तनैकपितरौ कमलायताक्षौ विश्वम्भरो द्विजवरो युगधर्मपालौ वन्दे जगत्प्रियकरो करुणावतारो नित्यानन्दवधूतेन्दुर्वसुधा प्रणवल्लभा जाह्नवी जीवितापतिर्कृष्ण प्रेमप्रदः प्रभो पद्मावती श्रीमन्सुतः सचिनन्दनपूर्वजः भवन्मत्ता जगत्राकरक्तगौरकलेवरम् वंशाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपसिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna. So nice to be with all of you in this wonderful transcendental family, and nice to see you after many lifetimes again. Wonderful family. Though looks like we came for the first time to Sydney, actually to Australia. I was traveling all over the world, everywhere, nook and corner. The only place left is Australia. So this is, I was saying yesterday that it was the time when I was traveling somewhere. Now I'm traveling to somebody. So, and I have so many wonderful friends here, so it's a wonderful reason to come here. Because otherwise, nothing new under the sky. Trust me. Same, as one Vaishnava said, same wrinkled, old sense enjoyment objects everywhere. New York, London, Sydney, nothing new. But devotees, Navayovanamcha, ever fresh, Ananda Ambhuti Vardhanam. And that's the treasure we have, actually. The real treasure. Tadara Charanaseva Bhakta Sanivas. Janami Janami Hui Egabilas. So that's actually real treasure and the greatest suffering in this world, as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Ramana Roy they discussed. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asked him, what is the greatest suffering in the world? He said, separation from devotees is the greatest suffering in fact. So that's why whenever devotees are there, Krishna always manifests. And he manifested as a SRIMAD BHAGAVATAM Mahapuran, which gives us opportunity to remember Krishna all the time. And to remember Krishna, as Kunti Maharani says, means no more birth and death. So sometimes difficulties come in our life, right? And they will come. It's not may or may not, it will come, not guarantee. Whether it's Ukraine, Russia, Israel, Iran, Pakistan, India, doesn't matter who you are, where you are. Dukhalayam ashashvatam. So this is the only solace and cooling, effect of this Kali Yuga. Nidai pada kamala, koti chandra, sushitala. Very, very sita, very, very cooling effect. Especially after coming from India. Coming to Australia is AC. Very nice. Nice, cool, AC. AC Bhaktivedanta Swami. So I strongly feel the presence of our founder Acharya here. And especially my, gratitude to all of you for inviting us here. And then when I came here, we're traveling all around the world, there's some Purnitya Piche, as they say. So, but nowadays ISKCON is big murtis and big temples. But it's like, in Sydney I can see, like family, and family has small deities, isn't it? So it's so beautiful here, like very homely environment. So thank you for inviting me for your home. And we will read today from SRIMAD BHAGAVATAM Mahapuran. We have this text, 427:12 reading today. Wonderful story of Puranjana Maharaj. Yuktesh evam pramattasya kutumba sakta chetasa asasada savaikalo yo priya priyayoshitam yuktesh evam pramattasya kutumba sakta chetasa asasada savaikalo yo priya priyayoshitam
Yukteshu evam pramattasya kutumba sakta chetasa asasada savaikalo yo priya priyayositam
Yukteshu evam pramattasya kutumba sakta chetasa asasada savaikalo yo priya priyayoshitam Yukteshu evam pramattasya kutumba sakta chetasa asasada savaikalo yo priya priyayoshitam.
Vaishnava, please.
Yuktasva evam pramattasya
kutumba sakta chetasa asasada savaikalo yo priya priyayoshitam. Yukteshu evam pramattasya kutumba sakta chetasa asasada savaikalo yo priya priyayoshitam.
yukteshu
Yukteshu
beneficial activities.
beneficial activities.
Evam thus Pramattasya
Brahmatasya
being inattentive.
being inattentive.
Kutumba
Kutumba
to kith and kin.
to give and king.
Asakta
Asakta
attached.
attached.
Chetasa
Chetasa
consciousness.
consciousness.
Asasada
Asasada
arrive.
arrive.
Saha
Saha
that.
that.
Why?
Certainly.
Certainly.
Kala
Kala
time.
time.
Yah
Yah
which.
Which.
Apriya
Apriya
not very pleasing.
not very pleasing.
Priyayoshitam
Priyayoshitam
for the persons attached to women.
for persons attached to women.
Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki
Jai.
Thus, King Puranjana, being attached to fruity activities, karma kandya, as well as kith and kin, and being obsessed with polluted consciousness, eventually arrived at that point not very much liked by those who are overly attached to material things. Purport. In these words, the words Priya Yoshikam and Apriyaha are very significant. The word Yoshik means woman and Priya means dear or pleasing. Death is not very much welcome for those who are too much attached to material enjoyment which culminates in sex. There is an instructive story in this connection. Once, when a saintly person was passing on his way, he met a prince, the son of the king, and he blessed him, saying, "My dear prince, may you live forever." The sage next met a saintly person and said to him, "You may either live or die." Eventually the sage met a brahmachari devotee and he blessed him, saying, "My dear devotee, you may die immediately." Finally, the sage met a hunter and blessed him, saying, "Neither live nor die." The point is that those who are very sensual and are engaged in sense gratification do not wish to die. Generally, a prince has enough money to enjoy his senses. Therefore, the great sage said that he should live forever. For as long as he lived, he can enjoy life. But after his death, he would go to hell. Since the brahmachari devotee was leading a life of severe austerities and penances in order to be promoted back to Godhead, the sage said that he should die immediately so that he need not continue to labor hard and could instead go back home, back to Godhead. A saintly person may either live or die, for during his life he is engaged in serving the Lord, and after his death he also serves the Lord. Thus, this life and the next are the same for the saintly devotee, for in both he serves the Lord. Since the hunter lives a very ghastly life due to killing animals, and since he will go to hell when he dies, he is advised no, neither live nor die. King Puranjana finally arrived at the point of old age. In old age, the senses lose their strength, and although an old man desires to enjoy his senses, and especially sex life, he is very miserable because his instruments of enjoyment no longer function. Such sensualists are never prepared for death. They simply want to live on and extend their life by so-called scientific advancement. Some foolish Russian scientists also claim, that they are going to make man immortal through scientific advancement. Under the leadership of such crazy fellows, civilization is going on. Cruel death, however, comes and takes all of them away despite their desire to live forever. This type of mentality was exhibited by Hiranyakashipu, but when the time was ripe, the Lord personally killed him within a second. चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः. Very important instructions, and Srila Prabhupada very boldly proclaiming the mission of the Lord here. Krishna comes to take everything, whatever we attach. Srimad Bhagavatam declares, Prasangavajaram pasam atmanam kavayo viduhu sa eva sadhushu krito moksha dvarma pavitam. Kavayo means intelligent person. Everybody knows that attachment to the material things are the cause of bondage. But if the same attachment applied for the saintly person, sa eva sadhushu krito moksha dvarma pavitam, so it becomes the path of liberation. So this is actually principle of detachment. Very often we discuss the Bhagavad Gita, essence of Bhagavad Gita in the name itself only. Gita. If you can say Gita, Gita all the time, what will happen? Gita, 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 Tyagi, 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 Gita, Gita, Tyagi. It becomes Gita, 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 Sarva dharman parityaja mam ekam sharanam vraja. So Sharanagati is not very simple thing. We know Bhaktivinoda Thakur explains and now Acharyas explains 6 principles of Sharanagati, of surrender. Remember? What are they? Anukulyasya krishnano, pratikulyasya varjanam, guptritve varnam tatha rakshayiti vishvaso, atmanikshepa karpanyam. So this is 6 things, very, very important. And of course it's like separate seminar, 6-day seminar, each and every anga of surrender. Because as we understand that we don't want to surrender. We don't want, living entity doesn't want to surrender. They don't want God. They want kingdom of Ram, but they don't want Ram. They want Sri Lanka, but they don't want Ram. They don't want to surrender. Because Ishwaraham Bhogi Balavam Sukhi. People of this material world, they're thinking we are enjoyers. You know the meaning of Asura? Who is Asura? Asuri Bhavamashritaha. Think very carefully. Asura. Asu means immediately. Gyanayat asu vairagyam gyanam chaitasam ahituka. Asu means tatkshanat, immediately. And Ra, Ramante yogina anante Ra. Ramante means enjoy. Those who want to enjoy immediately, they are asuras. Seeing, enjoying. And you tell me who doesn't have this tendency to enjoy, especially in such countries like Australia, UK, America. Coming here, honestly speaking, just sharing with you realization. I was thinking, so nice. I was not born in Australia. So nice I was not born in US. So nice I was not born in UK. Otherwise I would be distracted with all this dazzling, glittering beauty of material Maya. We were born in cold, iron Soviet Union with, iron toys and with all these wooden toys, nothing much to enjoy. And I was thinking, well, must be some reason for that. Because it's very easy to be distracted. And especially what to say about, I wrote recently one song, destruction about new generation. So many weapons of destruction. Mobile telephones, as Shivalanand Maharaj he says, weapon of destruction is distracting us from the main purpose. Bahusakahinantascha buddhaya vivasayana. Destruction and destruction, destroying our consciousness. So, it's very, very important that to get this Vairagya Vidya Nija Bhakti Yoga Shiksha Tamekah Purushah Purana, Shri Krishna Chaitanya Sharira Dhari Kripam Buddhisyastamaham Prapadye. Vairagya and Vidya, knowledge and detachment. But not only detachment, detachment itself is useless. Nahet karma dharmaya na viragaya kalpate nahet tirtha sevaya jivan api mrityu saha. Any activities which not leading us to dharma, they are useless. Nahet karma dharmaya. If whatever you do, ultimately you're not coming to the ISKCON temple and worshipping deities. Naradhanam tadaharim tapasam tatam kim. Aradhanam tadaharim tapasam tatam kim. There's one saying, that if you're worshipping Lord Hari, then what's the use of tapasya? But if you're not ultimately worshipping Lord Narayana, Hari, then what's the use of your tapasya? Rahu Ganaitat Tapasanayati Nachajayani Ropanagrihalva Nachandasanirva Jalagani Surye Vina Mahat Padarajo Vishekam Rahu Ganait Tapasanayati. What is the use of your tapasya? What is the use of sitting in cold water and hot fire on your hair everywhere, so much tapasya, if ultimately you're not getting the dust from lotus feet of Vaishnavas? Mahya Sampadarajo Abhishekam Niskinchanananda Vrinitayavad. If you're not taking Abhisheka from the dust, with the dust of lotus feet of Vaishnavas, Tadakkim, right? Srila Shankaracharya wrote wonderful prayer to Guru Ashtakam. Even you can become the greatest person and even president of the greatest countries, and people will be worshipping you and offering obeisances. You will become the richest person, super pooper VVVVIP, very insignificant person. Everybody will be worshipping and bowing down to you. If your head not bowing down to the pure devotee Guru, Tadakkim, what's the use? What's the use? Decoration of dead body. Apranasya hidehasya. There is no energy in that. And then if your detachment, if your activity doesn't bring you to dharma, nahit karma dharmaya. And if dharma doesn't bring you to naviragaya kalpate, if you, after getting some kind of so-called 4237, you're doing all this ritual, tantra, mantra, puja, yajna, and ultimately you're not getting detachment, then what's the use of your dharma? So-called kudharma, adharma, apadharma, you know, the description is there in 7th canto. All these people coming nowadays to temple and they are thinking, Dhan Sampatti Dharme Ave Jai Jagadish, give me, I want this, so many things. Love is not about to take, it's about to give. Ahai tuki aprati hataya, Masutta says, ahai tuki, no any hetu, no any reason, just give. Giving hand will never be empty. But this journey, spiritual journey, from zero to hero, this is the glory of the soul when it's achieving lotus feet of Krishna, Padarajo Abhishekam, of the devotees also. Yat pada pankaja palasa vilasa bhaktya. So when we get into the lotus feet of the Lord, samasritam ye pada pallavam plavam. Pallavam means boat. And this boat can cross us to the ocean of Mrityu Samsara Sagar. Nothing else can happen. And that boat used by the pure devotees. And after crossing the ocean, Bhagavatam says, we're leaving this boat on our side so we can also use it. How come ocean is so vast? They cross there, how they can send the boat back? No. The ocean, which is huge ocean of sufferings, becomes like the Vatsapadam Parampadam. It becomes like a footprint of the calf's hoof. So small, you can just step it over it. Actually, even boat not required, but it's like technically we need some boat. Why? Because this ocean becomes insignificant. Tuchavat becomes insignificant comparing to the happiness. Ananda Ambudhi Vardhanam Jayati Sri Krishna Sankirtana. So they're giving this a process, Acharya has explained, they're giving us the process by which we can cross this very strange, material, confusing place. That's why by Lord Chaitanya's causeless grace, he came to this confusing place. And he gave the process for us. Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya, by using which we can cross this confusing situation of this material world. Very, very interesting point. And devotees, when we are getting detachment even, na viragaya kalpate, and then when detachment doesn't give you opportunity to serve Vaishnavas, Tirtha Srivaya. Tirtha means devotees. Tirtha means holy place. Right? When Vidurji, he comes to Hastinapura and Yudhishthira Maharaj glorifying him, Tirtha Kurvanti Tirthani. You are the walking pilgrimage place. Right? Those who go into holy places just to see and take bath and sightseeing and touch the temple. People coming to temple, going around the temple, doing parikrama, touching the temple and going out. Something like coming to the hospital, doing hospital parikrama, touching parikrama, coming to reception, touching reception also, and going back. Neither they met doctor, never did check up, never know about their disease, nothing. Never they bought any medicine, just parikrama of the hospital. Very wise. So similarly, people they don't understand. They're leaking bottle of honey without opening the bottle neck. But to do that, we have to surrender, bow down, Mr. Hare Rama, Hare Krishna. We have to bow down. I always give this example of the bottle. It was one bottle and it was like bottleneck. And bottleneck asked the bottle, my dear brother bottle, you give water to everyone, but you never give water to me. I am the close life member of you. You know, I am the family member. There is no one more close than me, but you never give me even one drop of water. What is this? And the bottle said, my dear bottleneck, everybody coming to me from down, so I am giving, and you sitting on my hand, how I can give you? So if you want to understand, you have to stand under, stand, surrender, understand, not upstand, understand. But very often happens, you know, obstacles. We discussed the other day. So even disciple comes, when he comes first time, new devotees, new seeker, so sincere, dasa anudasa, Gopi Bhartar Padagamavi. But then the moment he gets initiation, I wanted to discuss to you this, though I didn't know which shloka will be today, but seems to be appropriate. What does it mean to surrender? That's what Ramayana teaches us. The proper way of to surrender. Because some people coming with some motivation, they know, Mukmanam Bahar Chori, they coming with their own second plan number B. If that doesn't work, I have another plan. Doesn't work like that. So surrender means unconditional surrender. Krishna willing, I will just touch this point. Very, very important. What does it mean to surrender? To come to the spiritual master, Sharanagati, Pranipat, Tadviti Pranipatina Pariprashnena Seva. So this is very important. Unless we surrender ourselves to the will of the Supreme Lord, which comes to the spiritual master, there is no chance. That's why you can never impress Krishna by your tapasya, by changing dress color or whatever, or putting big tilak or big sari or dhoti. Doesn't make sense to Krishna, really doesn't. You cannot impress Krishna by anything. Krishna has everything. What Krishna needs, he needs something. I can tell you what's our realization. Prasada lesha navrihita eva hi janati tattvam. Prasada lesha, we need a little bit of mercy. Muninda vrinda vandite triloka shoka harini prasanna vaktra pankajeni kunja bhuvilasini. Vrajendra vanamdini vrajendra susangate kada karishyasiham kripa kataksha bhajanam. It's called kripa kataksha. You know, kataksha means corner of the eye. We need to do something. I was telling this example yesterday. One devotee, one small kid, Gurukula kid, came to me and he gave one photo, one picture in Kathmandu in Nepal. And in that picture he wrote, make a few pictures. And on one side of the picture was one devotee brahmachari comes and opening the curtain of the deities and peeping inside, trying to see Krishna. And another part of the picture, the same brahmachari taking broom and cleaning the temple room. And Krishna opening the curtain. And then he wrote there, you know, don't try to see Krishna. Try to do something so Krishna can see you. So that's the principle. In this short life, very short life, Prahlad Maharaj explains, how much time we have? No time. 60, 70 years, bicharas, we are just struggling, pulling on, trying to survive. Kutumba Varanenava. Kutumba, running the family and making money, it's such a struggle, man, it's such a struggle. And you know, half life we are sleeping at night, then going for education and then work a job and getting a visa permit and whatnot, working hard. But this human life, Nayamatma, Nayam Deho Vajam Deho, Kashtam Kaman Arharbid Bujam Ye, Tapodivyam Putrakaye Nasatpam Tasmat Shudyat Brahma Sukham Tanantam. This life is not meant for working very hard like donkey. Big pujamiye, those who are eating stew, animals working very hard. No need. Relax, easy, take it easy. Doesn't mean that we have to be lazy. Easy and lazy is not equated. It means working very hard. No lazy intelligent, Prabhupada said. Once he said there is four kind of people. Lazy intelligent, busy intelligent. Lazy fool, busy fool. Prabhupada said once in the lecture. And he said lazy intelligent means like, advocate or high court. Or some lawyer. No, sitting, nothing on his table, nothing. Only one mobile telephone. Some phone comes. Yes, sir. Oh, we have some tax inspector, some problem. So, okay, such as constitution, law, such and book, paragraph, such and such. We have to do this. Okay? Okay. Thank you, sir. Next day, this guy comes. Thank you, sir. We saved our tax $1 million. It's your commission, 10,000. Please take. Okay, doing nothing. Give advice, got his salary. That's all. So lazy intelligence. Buddhim yasya balantasya. Who has intelligence, he is very lazy intelligence. Somebody asked Srila Prabhupada in the morning walk, Srila Prabhupada, what does it mean intelligence? What does it mean intelligence? And Prabhupada didn't say anything. He was keep walking, looking in his pocket. And continue walking. And Prabhupada, he didn't understand. What is the intelligence? Prabhupada again looked at his pocket and keep walking. Prabhupada, we asking, what is intelligence? And Prabhupada stopped him. If you have money, you have intelligence. No money, no intelligence. Very practical definition of intelligence. In Russian language, we say, if you're so smart, why are you so poor? If you're so smart, why are you so poor? I'm so smart, such a big preacher. Show me. But I'm big preacher, show me something. Prabhupada said, show me, what is your preaching? Big words, people they don't care how much you know. People want to know how much you care. They want to see, because nowadays people are very smart. With ChatGPT and Mr. AI, you cannot impress people by information. People need experience. It's called Shakti Parinavada. That's why how it's important not to eat food by telephone, by looking at telephone. That's why physical presence of sadhu is very important, because you're getting energy. You're getting the point? Very important. Bhakti parishana bahut hai, so it's up to experience, anubhava. And what sadhus they do, in third canto Bhagavatam, 5th chapter, text number 3, it is said, they traveling all over the world out of compassion by seeing this suffering people, adharmasya shilasya sudukhitasya, because they're misbehaving, they're not following dharma. As a result, they're so unfortunate, so frustrated. Misguided civilization, totally. That's why this movement meant to create revolution in the minds of misguided civilization. Right? Janatasya viplavo. Viplavo means revolution. Nothing less, nothing more. Revolution means, are you ready for revolution? Evolution. And revolution only possible with the evolution of consciousness. So our consciousness means to surrender. And we don't want to surrender. One guy came to doctor and asked him, doctor, I have a problem. I cannot sleep properly. What happened? Every night I am playing football with asses. I am playing football with them. This guy is screaming so loudly and kicking. I am playing football with them. Cannot sleep. Oh, sorry, can you do something about that? So doctor said, okay, I have very nice medicine for you, super medicine. I'll give you 2 tablets. Take all of them, and you'll be sleeping like finished. No any drink, nothing. You will wake up tomorrow morning completely fresh and rejuvenated. Okay? Okay, doctor, give me this. So you take today evening, and you'll sleep all night nicely. So this guy said, doctor, should I take today or can I take it from tomorrow? I said, what's the problem with today? Take today. No. Today is final. I want to. Today is final. Olympics with asses. Today is final. I want just to see. People, they don't want to wake up. They want to remain in the dream. Somebody who is sleeping, it's very easy to wake him up. Really. Hey. But somebody who is pretending to sleep, he is not sleeping. Man convinced against his will of the same opinion still. So that's why many people in this world, they just don't want to wake up. They don't want God. They don't want God. Why? Because you have to surrender and you have to give up everything. No, you shouldn't give up. Bhagavad Gita was not given to sannyasi, Tyagi, Mahamandaleshwar. No, it was given to Arjuna, and Arjuna was a king, Raja Rishi. He was a king. All planet was on the tip of his fingers. He was controlling all world. He had how many wives? Arjuna had? Oh no. 4, correct. Arjuna had 4 wives, not 1 wife. Now, Kutumba Varamina, even to run one family with 1 wife is such a challenge nowadays. We're getting so many complaints nowadays. But Arjuna was very well-to-do person. And knowledge was given to the leaders. Yat acharati shreshtastat evitarojana sayat pramanam krute lukastatanu. So, as they say in Hindi, Raja is Raja, Vaisa Praja. So, as a leader, everybody will follow the yat acharati shrestha. Shrestha means topmost person. So, this knowledge really need to be given to the people who are the leaders of society. So, and Lord Ram, he appeared in this world to teach us this very, very important principle. Yesterday we are very fortunate where it explained that when the moon, 9th day of bright part of the Chaitra months, when moon enters this, Purnavasu Nakshatra, all planets become exalted, in exaltation, they're in ecstasy, everybody enjoying, wow, Supreme Lord appeared in this world, they're celebrating his appearance. Question comes, as a Vaishnavas, we don't usually worshiping Shri Ram. It's Shri Sampradaya, Pramuja Sampradaya, it's different Sampradaya. Why we as a Gaudiya Vaishnava Sampradaya worshiping Sitaram, Lakshmana, Hanuman? Well, as they say, Tika Marna Kiri. Well, we are working this for just as a respect, or we actually putting our heart in that. We're not giving actually full attention to that. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu particularly, he was teaching was very, very important lesson in surrender. There is a wonderful text. In Bhagavatam also, a beautiful text is there in 11th canto Bhagavatam, 5th chapter, text number 34. In Karabhajana Muni, he was requested, described as the Kali Yuga Avatara. Interesting. So it is very, very famous text, Tyaktva Sudushita Surikshita Raja Lakshmim Dharmishta Arya Vachasaya Dagadaranyam Mayam Brigam Daitaye Pshitaman Vadhavatvam De Mahapurushate Charanarvindam. It's actually, of course, text has 3 meanings. It describes Ramachandra, right? Who actually Tyaktva Sudusrija Surikshita Raja Lakshmim, who left everything by the order of saintly person who was Dasharatha Maharaj. He left such a kingdom, opulence, and went to the forest. And he was running a Mayam Mrigam, Dayayapshitam Anvadhavat. And he was running behind a deer for Sita Maharani, golden deer. There's a Mriga. Mriga means also different meanings are there, animal. And then also description, but he wanted to protect Sita, to save Sita, living entity. This verse describes also Sri Krishna, because also he was going to forest and he was pasturing the cows, also Mriga, animals, one of the meaning. And he also this text describes also Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who left Vishnupriya, his mother, opulence, being Supreme Personality of Godhead. He went to the forest of material existence and he was running behind animal like Mriga means, it's called Maya Mrigam. Mriga means also toy, Mriga means animal who running after Maya, looking, Maya Mrigam, they're running after Maya. All over this world. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went to the forest of material existence to chase these living entities and embrace them and bring them back. Like that. And he left all the comfortable zone. He went out of comfortable zone. And he taught us this principle. Vairagya Vidya Bhakti Yoga. His life was his lecture. So we can see, but when we're giving this Vairagya and by getting this vairagya, but we're not getting opportunity to serve a tirtha sevaya, service to tirtha. Tirtha means, devotees. I was mentioning, why devotee is called tirtha? Anyone knows the meaning of tirtha? What does it mean, tirtha?
Holy place.
Holy place. Any other meaning?
Punya Tirtha means like Ganga, Yamuna, like that. Rivers.
No, that's holy places, that's true. I'll give you a brief explanation. When you have very, very strong current, like I came now, we have in Nepal, we have Kaligandaki, we have one river, Madhya river, we have now for nearly 2 weeks, 10 days, we had retreat with nearly 100 brahmacharis in Himalayas. Just we got lost for 10 days and we just simply dancing, feasting, no watch even looking, just whatever. Like Nityananda Prabhu, he was dancing for 72 hours, forgetting where is Ganga, where is Navadvipa. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said him, go to Navadvipa and preach. Alright. Where is Ganga? Oh, 20 kilometers behind. Okay, let's go. They lost completely GPS. GPS means Guru Parampara system. Completely mad actually. That's what exactly what the Dhruv Maharaj is saying. Bhaktir muhu pravahatam tvayime prasango bhuyat anantamahatam amalasayanam yenam jasarburum vasanam bababdhim nisye bhavat gunakathamrita panamata. Pana means intoxicated. My dear Lord, this material world is full of dangers, blazing dangers. Like in the ocean, fish, shark, just ready to devour you and eat you up and spit you like there's only bones. Lust, greed, anger on the side of the road. And you will be left in the oblivion of history. Nobody will remember even you. Right? So many dangers. Padam padam yasvi padam natation. So many slips between cup and lips. But my dear Lord, as for me, I don't care. I'm not afraid. Why? Because I'm intoxicated by your Gunakathamrita. I'm just completely intoxicated by your holy names and glory. Bhava Aushadhi Chutramanodhirama Uttama Shloka Gunanavadin. This is actually Aushadhi, medicine for my heart. That's why I'm intoxicated by your Katha. And that's what 11 Canto Bhagavatam says. Devotee of the Lord is chanting and dancing, oblivious to all what's happening around him. Who cares? You are crazy. I am crazy. You are a fool. Yes, I am a fool. Anything else? But you are very fool. A very fool. Srila Prabhupada once said to all his disciples, you are fools. And everybody. And one disciple was saying, yes, Prabhupada, I am fool. Except you, everybody fool. Because to understand that you are fool requires intelligence. That's why you are intelligent. It requires understanding. I am a fool. And when you completely understood that you are a hopeless case, then only you can surrender. Once, how much time I have? Because you have to give me a mantra to stop me. 15 minutes, okay. It was one guru and disciple came to him. Guruji, can I get initiation? Because I'm already in Krishna consciousness 2.5 months. And Guru see this guy is a little puffed up. Because he did some engineering college and he came from very well-to-do family and Jalmaishwarya Sutasri, he just came. It's, of course, externally, don't try to see Guru, okay? Guru has some X-ray machine. He can screen you in 2 minutes. He can understand your mentality. There's so many symptoms by which you understand. Actually, it takes experience in life. To just coming somebody, like in Nepal they call chaplusi. It's a flatterer, Prabhu. It's so too much sweet, So sweet, like diabetes already, and we're feeling like spiritual diabetes already. Can it be practical? Too much flattering, Prabhu, Abhyudha. You see? Actually, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur explains in his commentary to 10th Canto Bhagavatam, there are 2 kinds of people. sadhu and asadhu. Sadhu, his words are very bitter like neem leaf. But truth, as a woman cannot become half pregnant, as a man cannot become half dead. Similarly, truth cannot become half. And sometimes sadhu decides, okay, chindanti shastrani. It's truth. You have to accept. And you have to digest. And he can tell some stories sometimes just to make it easy, to make you laugh. But it's truth. But people, they don't like to accept it. Those who are attached to this material world, they don't want to accept it. So his words are like neem leaf, sadhu. Sadhu tara, higher than sadhu, he can see good and bad, but he prefers to speak about good. That's his prerogative, this is his nature. He sees good and bad, but he prefers to speak about good. So much dust in the street, why do we have to speak about dust? Right? Even moon has black spots, what's the big deal? Sadhuttama, higher than sadhuttara, sadhuttama. Higher than sadhuttara is a person who can see 1% of good and 99% of bad. But he speaks about 1% of good and inflaming it, and out of 1% he making 99%. He actually can, you have sometimes this kind of device in India I've seen, with some pipe or bamboo, who's fanning in that small spark, like his grace, Vaisheshika Prabhu, this very nice website, fanning the spark. We have to fan that spark of good qualities. Because everybody has some good qualities, like flower has a piece of honey, that will drop of honey there. But those who cannot collect the honey, he'll never taste the sweetness of the honey. And Ati Sadhuttama is a person who can see good qualities even in a person who doesn't have any good qualities. Still he can find out some good qualities. An example he gives of the Grihastha, whose house was completely looted and everything was stolen, playing everything, empty house. This guy wake up with his wife. Wow, what a nice people came today at night. And wife said, are you crazy? See, look, nothing is left. No, they're very nice, they're very kind. They could have been killed us, but they mercifully left us and spared us. They're so kind. So he can find still some good quality. And asadhu, he explains, asadhu, asadhuttara, asadhuttama. Asadhu, his words is so so sweet, so oti bhakti chori lokhan, it's called in Bengali. Too much bhakti, symptom of thief. Something wrong with the guy. You know the story of Sanatana Goswami and the hotel keeper, Maharaj, come, you're so great. Why he's so flatterer to me? Ishana, do you have money? So like that. So Chatursi, those who are flatterers, they will never say behind what they are saying to you in front of you. And the betrayers, they call them gaddar, they're betrayers. They never say in front of you what they're saying behind you. So this kind of people, very toxic, very dangerous people. But that's another topic. So but Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he explains that Tirtha, devotees, they're actually very dear to Krishna. And Tirtha, like we have, I just got lost, we had this retreat, and we had this big river, there is muddy river in Himalayas. Muddy, very heavy current, and big storms there. And once you're in that current, it will just, you cannot do anything about it. It will just drag you. A river of material existence taking us to the ocean of birth and death. So if you really want to swim back to Krishna, you have to learn how to swim against the current. Very important. Gargamuni and Brahmananda Prabhu, they were telling that when their mother came, and she was screaming at Prabhupada, you took my children! Give me back my children! Because Gargamuni and Brahmananda, they were two brothers. They came and surrendered to Prabhupada. They're crazy! Give my children back! Have you had this experience? I had a lot of experience. Yesterday I was sharing this experience. Maybe I'll share it with you later. I happened to be an army commander officer, and then when I became devotees cheated me. One guy in the street, he gave me the book. Are you army man? I said, yes, I am army man. I have one book about war for you, Bhagavad Gita. Very smart, it's Hare Krishna, Hare Rama. This is about war. What is what? It's science of war. Oh, really? But it's only for VIP people. Are you VIP? Of course I'm VIP. It's for you. So like that. And I took the book and nothing about war. And the first line, morning time, VIP came home and was so tired after my army duty. I came to home and opened this. Dhritarashtra watching. I stuck in the mud of Sanskrit. It took me 10 minutes to read one line. That's far out. And whenever I read the next line, I want to sleep. So I was reading this book just to get my sleeping pill. I wanted to sleep myself. Very difficult to understand and penetrate without the mercy. We need some mercy. But anyway, I completed the book and now I see there is a work to do. When we became devotee, everything goes against you. The moment you're inviting Krishna to Gokula of your heart, all demons start to come out. Putana, Agasura, Bakasura. Oh no. And Mriga is toys, Mriga is toys, and Krishna breaking these toys like a baby, Agasura, Bakasura, everybody like that. Uddhava, he's saying that. He broke all these toys which Uncle Kansa sent to his nephew, send him toys. Okay, Mamaji, thank you very much. And ultimately he finished the uncle also. So, yes. So there is a very heavy current of the river, and you cannot cross that river, cannot. But there is place where water getting narrow, like up to the knees or something, like very, very less. And the place where you can easily cross by foot or by some jeep, by car, possible. It's not deep. That's called tirtha. So similarly, devotees, in association with devotees, to cross this material ocean becomes much easy. It's just very easy. Oh, it's not tough. It's very easy. Prabhupada said it's a very easy process. Krishna consciousness is very simple but not easy. But Prabhupada presented it in such a way, he said, it's simple. Ato Shraddha Tata Sapusunga, Vajna Kriya, Nartha Nivritti, Tata Nishtha, and then Bhava, and Prema, and that's just easy. You have Shraddha, that's why you came here. Otherwise, why did you come? Because you have some faith, you came. And then Sadhu Sangha, Ato Shraddha Tata Sadhu Sangha, we are doing Bhagavatam discussion, so Sadhu Sangha going on, it's already going on, so it's also done. And then Bhajana Kriya, you chanting Hare Krishna, yes Prabhupada, you're doing Bhajan already Kriya, you already started your Bhajan, you're waking up from Mangalarati, you're coming, you're following principles, it's Bhajana Kriya. And then Nishtha, you're coming every day, right? So you're not coming once in a blue moon, you're coming, yes Prabhupada, okay. And then Nishtha is a Bhava, sometimes you're doing Kirtan with such emotions, and sometimes you can see tears in your eyes, so you already have Bhava. True Prabhupada. So Prema is just behind the corner, it's just nearby. If only we knew. There is also some details to that. There is Anartha Nivritti and there is, Utsahamai, Ganatarva, Vyuhavikalpa, Tarangarangini, so many other things. What are you talking about? Nachoga cow. Take and drink and dance, and that's easy. And Srila Bhakti Tirtha Maharaj said, Prabhupada cheated us. If only we knew from beginning that this is so complicated. Kalarpana Indriya Vairi Varga. Shri Bhakti Marga Hakam Taka Koti Rudha. Hahat Koyami Vikalah Kimaham Karomi. Chaitanya Chandra Dinadya Kripam Karosi. If Chaitanya, this Bhakti Marga full of thorns. When you're walking in this path, so many thorns, very difficult to walk. When one thorn goes inside your foot in Govardhan Parikrama. You cannot put the foot, you have to take it out. But can you imagine thousands of koti thorns? Very difficult to walk. So many nuances, so many details, especially when you're dealing with Vaishnavas. Oh, Vaishnava Paradha, Guru Paradha, Nama Paradha, Dhamma Paradha, Jiva Paradha, oh man, that isn't it? I wrote one book actually. Anyway, that's another thing. We give seminars 6 days about Vaishnava Aparadha. It's not easy. So, yes, Tirtha. Tirtha Sevaya. Devotees in their association becomes very easy. Sounds like that. And actually it is. They are dancing out from this material world. So, ultimately, I wanted to speak about a different topic today actually. I wanted to speak about few lessons from Ramayana we can learn. And why we are worshipping Lord Ram. By his example, Lord Ram teaching us the principle. How to, there is commentary of Sri Sampradaya, Govinda Raja Acharya in Sri Sampradaya, Ramujacharya. Shaila Purna, he gave these instructions to Ramujacharya, and there's 18 principles. He gave commentary, 18 lessons we can learn from Ramayana, main mula. We discussed yesterday that first in Valmiki Ramayana, Valmiki asking Narada Muni about the person who has all good qualities. Yasyasti Bhakti Bhagavate Sarvair Guneta Trasam Sateshwaraha. So all good qualities. The Purushottam, who is a Purushottam? Who is the greatest person on this planet? Because he wanted to hear about Ram, Jai Shri Ram. And Narada Muni, in the next 92 verses, he explains him about Mula Ramayana. He tells him about all Ramayana. And describes the qualities of Shri Ram. And these acharyas, they give explanation, they give him 18 the main lessons we can learn. We cannot go through all of them, but we can mention just 4 for you. And that can be the 4-day seminar actually. Each and every principle can be taught in very deep. That's what Lord Ram teaching us this. And it's very, very applicable as a Vaishnava. And he says that first principle, he teaches the principle of surrender. What does it mean, surrender? What is actually Saranagati? He surrendered to the order of his father, Dasharatha. Lakshman came and said, come on, let's kick this Dasharatha out from this throne. Why you have to give up your throne? Come on. No, we have to follow the father. Even when Bharata came to forest, he said, brother, come back. And he told about the death of the father. He said, no, I'm going to stay to fulfill the order of my father for 13 years. How to surrender. And it's not easy to surrender. It's not easy to surrender. It is said who to surrender to, whom not to surrender, how to surrender, principles of surrender, everything is taught there. Maybe sometimes we can also discuss those principles. Very interesting. Just to put tilak and just throw banana is not enough. That's not true. I mean, my dear devotees, it's becoming ridiculous nowadays. People blindly waiting for 10 million years to throw banana. And they'll throw, now I'm initiated. So what? Now Guru will teach me. As if before nobody taught you. Sometimes it's freaking me out, Sometimes for 20 years we're feeding from the spoon somebody. And then say, thank you, Padre Prabhu. From today, I don't have time to serve you. I have to serve my Guru Maharaj. Hello, and what we were doing all these years. As if by throwing banana, sometimes even that spiritual master doesn't know his disciple. Just because he was recommended by somebody, he put stamp on him. That's very nice. Of course, it's very nice. But he doesn't even know you. And Ram was teaching this principle. What's the principle of surrender? Like a very, very vague, very, very narrow understanding of what is actually meaning of surrender. So like that. And it's he teaching us to whom to surrender. Valmiki, he says in Ramayana, who is Purushottama, whom we have to surrender. And another one said, this is Ram, this is Krishna, Ishvaraha Paramaha Krishna. He is the one. We have to surrender to Krishna. Mam Ekam Sharanam Raja. It's so obvious for us, isn't it? Not obvious, my dear devotees, not obvious. We are very lucky. We are very lucky. Not Indian people or Nepali people sometimes, I can feel that. They are not lucky. Because they have to go to all this puja, tantra, mantra, Ganesh, Shiva, Hanuman, Tetis, Puti, Devata, all these whom to surrender, this Naga puja, this tantra, mantra. Oh no, it's coming, Naga puja also coming. For the Western people, it's easy, we just blank, start to Hare Krishna from very beginning. By the mercy of Srila Prabhupada, don't underestimate his mercy. He just give us Shuddhi Saharamekam. Like that. How many people they have this kind of huge jungle in their Why we have to surrender Krishna? Why? I mean, why? Why not Shiva? This conflict going on since time immemorial. Shivites and Vishnuites, Ganesha, Puja, you name it. Not obviously. Why I have to surrender this guy dancing with some girls there, stealing butter? What is this? Yesterday I heard one discussion with one Muslim brother, Why we have to worship God who takes births and dies and taking in forests, dancing with women? They have no idea. They can never get access there. They're not allowed to understand that God is independent. Transcendental autocrat. He can do whatever he wants. He's God. Somebody asked Prabhupada, Swamiji, how God can become a pig? Varahadev. And that also coming from the nose. And became big pig. How possible for God to become pig? Prabhupada said, he is the boss. He can do whatever he wants. That's God. If God cannot become pig, he's not God. If God cannot become mosquito, he's not God. If God cannot do anything, something like that, he can do anything. That's why only those who are devotees, Prabhupada says in this commentary, he makes 4 people, right? He means the king. Rajaputra. He says, Mamaru Jiva. Jiva Mamaru, he says. And then he says, Prabhupada gives this lecture in the disappearance day of Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati. He speaks this example. And then he means Brahmachari, he says, Ma Jiva Maru, don't live, die. And then he means Vaishnava, Va Jiva Maru, you live or die as you like. And then he means the butcher, Ma Jiva Maru, don't live, don't die. And Prabhupada explains that devotees, it doesn't matter living, dancing here, and then he will die. You're going to die. You're going to die. You're crazy, I'm crazy. One devotee was so pessimistic, he was an artist, and he was writing very, very bad arts, skeletons and his dance, everything bad, and he was so depressed, Whenever he used to go to his company, some restaurants, some parties, nobody liked him because this guy's whenever he comes, everything bad, and he wearing such dirty skeletons here, and everything bad, you're going to die. And everybody in material society, everybody were avoiding him. This guy is too much, Whenever he goes, he will die, death. And this guy also didn't want to accept any spirituality because we're going to die, what is the use? We're going to die. Completely pessimistic, depressed. And one day he saw Harinam. Why are you laughing? Why are you dancing? We're going to die. And one day he said, yes, we're going to die. It was like, ice break for this guy. You're going to die. Yes, you're going to die. Very strange reaction, Let me join this party, And they brought him to temple. This guy is speaking Janma Mrityu Jala. He's speaking about death only, So happily he's speaking about death. I think this is my thing, And he became devotee. Another very famous Vaishnava in our society, his girlfriend, she had a dog, and she called the dog name Krishna. Not because she knew Krishna, she knew one Bengali poet used this had name Krishna. So he liked Krishna. So like that. And one day dog didn't come home, lost somewhere. So she told this devotee, not devotee that time, boyfriend, hey, go and find Krishna. Go, where is Krishna? No Krishna, go find him. So this guy comes in a pant short, half short underwear, morning time, Krishna! Going in the street and screaming, Krishna! Krishna! And all of a sudden this Harinam party coming. Can you imagine? Harinam going, Harinam, chanting holy name, and this guy coming, Krishna! So one devotee came and said, oh, you looking for, yes! Have you seen Krishna? Yes! Krishna! Such a strong desire. Show me Krishna. Where is Krishna? Hey Radhe Brajdevi ki Charite. Come. And they take him to the temple. Not this Krishna. This four-legged Krishna. Or even Varahadeva. So no, don't Krishna, no. So devotee explained him everything is so nicely as Hare Krishna, Hare Rama do. So and he gave him Bhagavatam set. This guy comes back home to his girlfriend. Did you find Krishna? I found Krishna. Bhagavatam said, took money and left, and he became no one else but Kadambakana Maharaji. You know that? So, silence. Yes, miracle takes place. From zero, man become hero. And if you take the stories, how you became devotees, you can write a book. We have in Russia, that's one book. It's called How Did I Come to Krishna Consciousness? Chaitanya Chandra Charan, disciple of Srila Detachment Maharaj, he wrote one nice book. He collected the stories, how devotees became devotees. It's mind blowing. You'll be laughing, you'll be just, oh no, is it possible like that? Yes, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is going. He goes to the forest and looking for this, Maya Mriga. Those who are running this way, he going and grabbing them, Nityananda Prabhu especially. Grabbing them, whether they're qualified or not qualified. And if you didn't drown that in that ocean of bhakti, he drowning you by force. You have to drown them. Like that. So, how to surrender? Okay, let me just... second lesson is actually whom to surrender. And then another lesson is very, very important. How to surrender? Through the representative. You cannot surrender directly. Cannot. Only he teaches us how to surrender through the representative also. And what will be the result of surrender? The result will be, anyone knows? What will be the result of surrender? Something, protection. Of course, it's protection. They describe the qualities of the person to whom, if you surrender, who is qualified to be surrendered to, and who is not qualified to be surrendered. What is the wrong surrender? Lord Ram teaching us the same thing. When he surrendered to the ocean, remember that story? This is Govinda Raj, he explains it as example of wrong surrender. It's like when Ram, he had to make the Lanka, he said to Banda, go to Lanka, and he offered to prayer to the ocean, Devata, please. And then finally this guy is not surrendering, and I have shown. So it means when somebody comes to surrender, but he has some plan B. If this will not work, then I'll do this. It doesn't work. So he taught us the lesson. So, or if this guru doesn't work, I'll take initiation from another one. You see? No, doesn't work like that. You have to surrender means fully surrender. But for that you have to give up false evil. Do I have 1 more minute to tell one story about the surrender?
Yeah.
So, and the result of surrender, you will get opportunity to serve. Protection and other results you will get, definitely you will get. But you will get opportunity to serve. You will be allowed to the inner circle, and you will be allowed to enter to the intimate circle of service. Srila Prabhupada explains it in the first canto of Bhagavatam, when he speaks about the Puranjana, and then he becomes next life, after this he becomes Vaidarbhi. And he becomes Vaidarbhi, she getting married with Malaya Dwaja king, and king become killed, and she is sitting and crying, crying, on the body of the husband. And then a small Brahmana boy comes. Why are you crying, my dear queen? My husband. Don't cry. Susukham kar tumhare. Don't you understand? I'm your best friend. What do you mean best friend? And it's of course Paramatma. Paramatma, he came and started to give instructions. The small boys at Paramatma start to give instructions. And Prabhupada writes very nicely in the commentary. When disciple, during his lifetime, he was surrendering to spiritual master's order and serving him selflessly all his life. Even spiritual master disappears from this realm. Like Maharaja, his husband, Vaidarbhi, she's a wife, and disciple and guru compared to the husband and wife. If wife is chaste, Bafadar, and if guru is bona fide, then bhakti will be born. So similarly, as a wife healthy and husband potent, baby will be born. So similarly, when disciple serving his spiritual master all his life, dedicating Guru Deva Tatma, making his orders a life and soul. After departure of spiritual master or disappearance of Guru, he will start to hear instruction directly from Paramatma, Prabhupada writes. Directly, it's not mystical experience, it's practically you can start to get guidance from Paramatma. And Prabhupada says, he will get the similar opportunity to preach as his spiritual master. He will get opportunity to serve. Surrender means you can get the entrance to the realm of service to Krishna. You cannot enter directly to Krishna. Krishna says in Agni Purana, those who are saying my devotees, they are my devotees, they are not my devotees. Those who are devotees of my devotees, Dasana Dasa Bhavita Sindhu, they are my devotees. Gopi Bharata Padakamari Dasa Dasa Dasa. So, but to become that, we have to pay price. It's not for free. What's that price? Because when we don't have that false ego destruction in our heart, Durisa Drisham Vichintaya, the moment we throw in banana, and just because we know 2.5 extra shlokas in Sanskrit, and we sometimes can snore in Sanskrit, Janmaishwarya Sutasri, such people become puffed up and become more smart than Guru after some time. It's guaranteed. They becoming more puffed up and they becoming, Guru doesn't understand what he's doing. It's only a question of time when that false ego not destroyed, just simply merely external banana throw, and the false ego is not destroyed, and there is no one who catch your ear, tape recorder, MP3 player, ISKCON.desire.com, audio, download lectures, they'll never make you humble. It's very nice, became popular, audio book. It's called a download lecture, listen, or some new story, I'll use it in my lecture. And you copy paste so we can give nice, eloquent classes, very impressive classes, so people can buy Jaya Jaya Prabhu, Hari Bol. In the chapter, you see so many people now, they start to glorify you. But, it was good. One pujari came to me in Kathmandu long back, and he dressed beautifully deities, and he came. Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami, darshan opened, and I'm watching, and he came to me, Patri Prabhu, do you know who was dressing the deities today? And I said, I don't know. That devotee said, please guess. Just guess. I understand that this is the guy. But I said, I don't know. I wanted to make a point. I don't know. Try. He was really desperate to get his name from my mouth. No, I really don't know. Me! Don't you understand? Me! I was dressing deities. I said, wow, really? Yes. So ultimately, he was not dressing deities. He was dressing his false ego. He wanted to be glorified. Sometimes Pujari comes in the altar. I've seen a couple of times, not here in India. Guys comes in the altar and just making some t-shirt. Like, no. You get lost behind the curtain, nobody should even see you. Now they're coming and everybody looking at him, not in the details. So this is not the point. So it was one disciple, and he came to Guru. Can you give me initiation, Guru Maharaj? And Guru said, okay, I'll give you initiation, but only one condition. What's the condition? You go and bring me somebody who is equal or doesn't have qualities which you have, who is equal to you, or somebody who doesn't have qualities which you have, who is less than you. But it's easy, just go anywhere because I'm such a super pooper duper. He came out and he started to find some people, and he came to some tree. Tree, nothing, he just let me bring some tree to Guruji. I mean, no, but tree gives some fruits, very valuable. Who doesn't have any value? No, it's valuable, still has, very interesting. No, okay, let me find, and he started to find some good qualities in everyone. After Nidhyasanam, he said, actually he's a valuable guy. I cannot do what he does. What you can do, I cannot do. What I can do, what you cannot do. But what we cannot do, he can do. So he started to find Saragrahi, good qualities in others. Then finally he could not find anyone. Everybody has some good qualities, which I don't have. Then finally he found some stool, stool. Oh, it's obnoxious, it's very ridiculous, but maybe this one I can bring to Guruji. It doesn't have any meaning of useless. Okay, let me take this. And all of a sudden the stool started to speak to him as a Paramatma to the heart. Hey! Just yesterday I was very beautiful, sweet gulab jamun. After associating with you. I became like this. Just see, what is your association? Oh, this guy said, oh no. That this was nice gulab jamun. I spoiled this guy. And then somehow he found some worm inside. Oh, maybe I can take this guy, because it's of no use. Worm in the stool. Let me read. And then this same stool tells him, hey, this worm will make me manure. And because of manure, I will have some meaning, some value. And some tree will grow because of me. Because of this worm, he will make value. After associating with the worm, I will become some kind of worthy existence. And after associating with you, I became stool. But after associating with this worm, I will become manure. I will become, valuable stuff which can produce a nice fertile soil. Therefore, worm better than you. Correct. So this disciple came to Guru. Guru Maharaj, I didn't find anyone. I'm worse than stool, worm in the stool actually. Said, okay, now I can give you initiation. So that's qualification. We actually have to feel ourselves. We are useless. Without Vaishnavas, we are a hopeless case. Really. Then only, not only Vaishnava, only me and that super international Guruji or that super Vaishnava who is very senior and others, they're not seniors. Anyone can teach us a lesson, anyone. And Paramatma can speak through, I was just giving this example, maybe last example which I shared with you. Shall I?
Yes.
Actually, we are not qualified at all. Really not. We are just mercy case. I remember, and it's maybe appropriate to say this here because I know, I spoke with that person. He is now in Australia. What amazing movie, Krishna does. So once I joined New Bhakta, I just left my army kicked me out, my family kicked me out, it's another story. So I became nowhere, man, and I was, for 3 years I was working as a sweeper in the street. I didn't know, every night I didn't know where I'm going to sleep, because my family kicked me out from the house. My mom told me, don't come home, we are ashamed of you, okay, get out from here. All this kind of, some ghost, you're like ghost, like Antina, like alien. Because they're Christian and you just kind of get out from here. So I didn't know where to sleep. And we got some small flat. Those days, it was in the 80s, 90s, no temples, KGB, all the stuff. Very, very sensitive time. I didn't know where to stay, no temples like this, nothing. And I was staying in one flat. And our regional secretary, Achyuta Priyata was his name, he called, and those days were this telephone. Finger become painful, dialing 0. You have to wait for 1 minute when this come back again. Now it already. So this phone call came and I got the phone. One spiritual master coming to Ukraine, Kharkiv city. And you have to find some artist. We have to make, those days also no print out, no photocopy, nothing. It's just like people used to take brush and make this kind of advertisement with a brush, with colors. So you have to make advertisement that spiritual master of international guru comes, and we have to find some place where to conduct the program, hire some place. So okay, I didn't know anyone, I'm a new bhakta, completely new bhakta. I didn't have even dhoti, I used to put some army night dress, white, and so funny. Pakka, like clown. And we used to put bed sheet. No dhotis that time. I used to put bed sheet. And with that bed sheet, we used to go and do Harinam on the street. Now I'm thinking twice, could I do it now? At that time, we can call it ignorance or innocence, whatever. We just were so crazy. So I put bed sheet, and I remember my father, after army uniform, when he saw me first time on the street in the bed sheet, he became green, yellow, blue. said, Papa, I don't know. Don't come close. It was amazing actually. So anyway, and the phone call came, go and find an artist, okay? And took telephone. Okay, what to do? Artist? What artist? I don't know any artist. But I had one guy, because we had some kind of gathering programs those days in the 90s. And some students used to come, like we have this Bhakti Vrikshas. And he used to come, and I knew one guy was doing artist, he was an artist. And okay, let me call that guy. His name was Dima. So I called him. Hello? Oh, hello? Dima, some guru coming, can you do some art for them? I'm busy, I'm doing my exam and some, don't disturb me guys. And he dropped the telephone. What to do? I didn't know any artist anymore, no one. This is the only artist I knew. Alright, so I make a deal with Krishna. Okay, Krishna, that sheet, what to do is nothing to do. So Krishna, one thing I read in the scriptures that you are like Paramatma, you're in the heart of everyone. So now I'm going to this big urban city, millions of people living, and I'm going to find artists. Where? I don't know. But I'm going in the street and I'm going to ask each and everyone, whoever I meet, where is the artist? Maybe this is the last thing people thinking about, but I will ask them, whatever they say, I'll go there. So I came on the street, very, very determined. Some old lady walking, Mother, where is the artist? What? Artist. Tell me where to go. Okay, go straight and left. And I just like radar, going whatever they say. And then some boys playing football or something. So, hey guys, I need artist. Where is the artist? Uncle, we don't know. Tell me something. Okay, go this street and go there. So for a few hours I was wandering in the city like that. And finally I came to the art academy. So art academy, this artist. So I went in the reception, some old lady sitting, and said, Mother, I need artist. Everybody artist here. No, you have to tell me where to go. Go upstairs. And so I on the staircase, I went to the first floor, and I came. So many people running, students. It was break between the classes. Running inside, and I caught one guy. Wait, I need artist. Hey, you crazy? Everybody artist here. What do you want to know? You have to tell me where to go. And there's so many classrooms, go to this room. Straight away, he said, go to this room. Okay, I'm just simply following. Opening the door. And in that classroom, no one is there. Just no one. I said, so what to do? This is the dead end. There's nowhere to go. Maybe from the window I have to jump. That's it. So but then I about to close the door, and I said, excuse me, I open again, and I saw there is one stand, it's called easel, this when they put in the painting, and just some stand, easel. And behind that I saw two legs. Somebody's still there. I said, excuse me, and I again open, but nobody coming out, nobody coming out, so still two legs there. But now I am determined, no, these two legs are there, must be open, and nobody come out. I did, and then after a few attempts, some face came out, and that was the Dima. And his eyes like Jagannath, How did you find me? Then I was laughing. I said, see. I mean, can you imagine, this? And then I told him, this is the case. You see, by the way, now we have case, we have situation here. So we have to, and then explaining to him, I have to do it something. So he wrote it, somehow he had to write all this advertisement, and later on he went for the lecture also to that guru, and he became inspired. We have to be inspired before we are expired. So he became inspired, and later on he became wonderful artist of BBT and ISKCON, Dinabandhu Prabhu. So he's now in Australia. I hope I will meet him in Brisbane. Huh? Is there? Where is he now? So like that, things happen. So we don't know, we simply have to be the instruments in the hands of Krishna. But for that we have to just simply nothing to lose, no pride, nothing to hide, surrender complete to his lotus feet. And by the mercy of Srila Prabhupada, we got this life experience. He gave up everything to fulfill order of his spiritual master. And it was not, it's simple, but not easy. Nowadays people saying, well, anybody can do. It is a very famous joke. They say, it was the job which everybody could do. And everybody knew that there is a job which anybody can do, but nobody did it. And everybody became angry with somebody who didn't do the job which everybody can do, but nobody did it. Everybody knew that preaching is the essence, but nobody did it. When Prabhupada did it, and nobody could do what Prabhupada did, because he had done it already. So now people say, oh, I also could have been done it. Why didn't you do it? Why didn't you do it? Hippies, drug addicts, and all this stuff. So much is struggling. We know the Prabhupada story. But people distracted by so many mystical power, opulence and money and karma and dhyana and yoga, but very few devotees. One guy came, magician. I happened to be in Las Vegas 1 year ago. And he's like very, very famous magician. He disappeared, even the Statue of Liberty. He stopped his big band in London. He just, miracle he does. So one guy came to Srila Prabhupada and he manifested some pigeon, some apple, and he showed the apple to Prabhupada. See, that's my magic. And if you're superior than me, show me your magic. What is your magic? Prabhupada was very creative. So confront. He said, actually, he looked back and there's so many boys and girls, with tilak and sari, shaved head. Prabhupada came, I came to save you. And people ask him in America, what? You came us to save or shave? Both. The Prabhupada's pronunciation was in the Indian, I came to save you. And American language is like, putting some hot potato inside. Potato inside. So, and their pronunciation was Indian pronunciation. Save or shave? Both. So I said, you want miracle? That's my miracle. Few months ago there were hippies, drug addicts, and so now they're pure Vaishnavas. And I came. The guy still keeping that apple in his hand. Can you show the miracle? And Prabhupada said, as for miracle, I came along to this country in 1965. I sat down in Tompkins Square Park and started to do Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. He was not a big singer, just Michael Jackson or something. No, he was just simply praying for all of us. I came in 1965. And then I traveled all over the world and I opened 108 temples. And every temple has a beautiful deity. And every temple has a big kitchen, huge kitchen. And in every kitchen there is a big refrigerator. And in every refrigerator there is hundreds of apples there. What is your nonsense, one apple? Bhakti resided in your heart like the nectar in the golden pot. Did you drink the milk of lions? In Australia you can available? Milk of lions? Only camel milk, huh? Nobody drank the milk of lions? I also didn't. Because lion is feeding the milk, right? Not some Pepsi Cola or something. But the milk of lion is only cubs can drink. It's very, very hot, like acid. Human stomach not meant for drinking lion's milk. And in order to keep that milk, you need to have golden pot. It's used sometimes for Ayurveda, like poison of the snake. Sometimes they use it, like those for the tonics, for the old people, for diseased people. So lion's milk also used for the tonic. But with permission of government you can get, and the vessel should be golden, because any other metal will be dissolved and destroyed by that liquid. So similarly, name of Lord Chaitanya is Singha Chaitanya. His chest is like a lion, his voice like a lion, This story is there in Chaitanya Charitamrita. So similarly, his mercy, Mahavadanya Krishna Prema Pradayate, is like, nectar. But to keep that nectar in your heart, you have to have a golden heart. That's why I make one poem for Srila Prabhupada. Golden heart, golden pot, I call the poem. Bhakti resided in your heart like the nectar in the golden pot. You were very kind and smart to spread the love of God. Through angry ocean had to cross, 2 times got heart attack. So personally, Supreme Lord, your pot had to protect you. So even single drop of nectar may never outspill. The ocean calm became and still by Lord Shri Krishna's will. By distributing nectar wide, you relieved the earth from the pain. You saved so many fallen souls who were leading lives in vain. You helped us, Lord Govinda meet. To you is our tribute. Let planet Earth embrace your feet and offer you salute. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Detachment BHAGAVATAM Mahapurana ki Jai. Gaura Premanande.